guys, what is going on? It's Eagle 101 here, and we're back with more Tales of Berseria, and we are supposed to return to Titania, and this would probably be the best thing to do. So, I think from Logris, is where the ship, Jesus, no. Jesus, no. Oh, forgot about my expedition.
Our scout ship has returned!
Hey!
Well. Now here's a fine haul.
That's what I'm talking about.
It worked! Huge success!
I see you.
Scout ship departing.
I see the opposite. Alright, so... where was it? Damn. I think it was Port Zexen? One of them damn ports, I don't know. Too bad I can't do my damn board shit. I'm starting to get attached to that shit more. That shit is useful. So how is everyone doing today? Oh! Oh, really? I'm digging the way they handle the fast travel, though. You know what I mean? Let's get it! Alright, what the heck?
Toidles, keeping tight circles. Oh, perfect timing, Eisen. I's got a letter for yous.
A letter?
Did you get a reply to that letter you sent? What's it say? What's it say?
I know everything that you've done. Repent for your horrendous deeds, you monster.
What did you do, Eisen?
No idea. There's no sender written on here either.
Who would write something so awful?
Who cares? If I gave a damn about other people's feelings, I wouldn't be a pirate.
I suppose that's true.
Forget about it. What's the status of the other stuff?
The Palmier made it just fine. But we've run into some troubles finding the Nordals. My deepest apologies.
What are Nordals?
Empyrean temples. If you collect a set of 4, you'll find happiness. Oh, so they said. Nowadays, there's only 4 left. Red, blue, green, and black. Even worse, nobody hardly knows nothing about them.
Dolls of the Empyreans. Do you think they're like that one we saw of Aminoch in that shop in Isolt?
Kind of. But these are less gloomy looking and more, how can I it?
Something like a
quiet radiant. That's perfect!
I think I get it.
I'd never have pegged you as a collector of religious claptrap, Eisen. Think they'll help keep the Reaper away?
Probably not. But in the off chance they actually work, they'll keep her safe.
That letter Eisen sent off earlier was addressed to a woman, wasn't it?
Our little Laphicet is growing up.
No, I wasn't implying she was his girlfriend. Her writing just seemed more mature, and...
Bruh.
It's nothing like that.
Told you.
She's my younger sister.
I didn't know you had a sister.
She's the only family I have left. She and I live apart for various reasons.
I'm guessing your death curse is one of them, huh?
Mogiloo!
Damn.
So that's why. I'd be happy to help you look for those dolls, Eisen.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Thanks.
Yep, and there's his sister.
I saw Benwick and the other crew members get into a serious fight over whether cats or dogs were better. I don't get what the big deal is.
I can't believe you could say such a thing! No conflict is more perilous than the one that has dogged mankind since the dawn of civilization! In the shadow of every war are the battles of dog lovers and cat lovers. Between each side lies a divide, maybe not all that deep, but unbridgeable all the same. I'd say we're lucky that the squabble you saw didn't escalate into anything more serious.
I had no idea it was such a big deal. So what side do all of you fall on?
I am, without a doubt, a cat person. Cats and witches have a long history together.
Personally, I prefer dogs because they can cohabit with humans while following rules. But I like cats too, because they're cute.
What about you, Rokuro?
Shigure liked cats, so I don't. But I like dogs even less. Always wagging their tails for their masters.
I feel the same way. Dogs will trade anything for food. Learning tricks, wagging their tails, getting friendly, and in time, even forgetting to howl.
I think that's too cynical. Dogs make efforts to please humans so that we can live together. They're friendly and compassionate creatures.
Right.
Then does that make you a cat person, Aizen?
Actually, I like squirrels best.
Bruh.
When I lived with my sister, the nearby forest had lots of nice, fluffy squirrels that would let me pet them.
This isn't about squirrels. It's about cats and dogs. You have to pick a side.
If I had to choose, yeah, it'd be cats.
Bruh.
There's something lovable about the way they act, especially when you spoil them. Reminds me a lot of my sister.
What about you, Velvet? Cats or dogs?
Dogs. They don't betray you.
Thank you.
You always have to be so serious, don't you?
So Velvet and Eleanor like dogs, while Magilu and Aizen prefer cats.
And Rokuro doesn't care for either one. That makes you our tiebreaker, kiddo. The
No,
fate
you
of
have
this
to say
showdown is in your hands.
It is?
Couldn't have said it
Now
better.
that you're no longer the Abbey's dog, perhaps you're thinking of being one for Velvet's column?
What has that got to do with anything? We're just talking about which animal we like.
If you're getting so angry over this, he's going to have no choice but to pick dogs.
I just told you.
No more fighting! This is clearly getting out of hand. So why don't you all agree that you're Bienfu people and make up already?
Oh, shut your
And
dumb
what makes
ass
you
up.
special enough to have Bienfu people?
Because I can be loyal like a dog, but also do my own thing like a cat. If you pick me, everybody wins.
I don't think it works that way.
Right. You ain't shit. Oh, wow. Man, this is amazing. Woo. Okay, you know what? I think this is like, there was an ability where if you check a trick like over time, they were actually, I'm not sure entirely, but that. Woo, but let's go. I almost fucked up.
I guess a dragon was a bit much to take on, even for the Reaper. You should get some rest.
We all should. I'll just get the crew started on readying the ship for our next departure.
All right, you go do that. Laphicet, you should get some rest too.
I'm fine. It's more important that I focus on finding an actual Therian this time. I'm going to take another try at sensing the Earth Pulse points.
You're as stubborn as ever, Fee.
Righteous. I love this board. Very cool. Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Kuragane, let me ask you something.
More complaining, is it?
Come on, don't be like that. Every time I turn around, Velvet or one of the pirates is telling me to go make some delivery to some island. I can never get a break.
Isn't that just a sign they think you're a dependable guy?
Maybe, but I don't see them sending you off on errands. It's like they take one look at your face and decide to leave you
He
alone.
doesn't have one.
I don't have a face.
Thank you.
Oh, right, sorry. The slip of the tongue.
Maybe you just don't know how much work I do around here. It's more than you think. Anything to do with iron, I do it. Making tools, repairing things. What do you take me for? Some kind of cheeky freeloader? I don't even have cheeks.
You're too funny. But doesn't it ever annoy you to have all these kids giving you orders?
I've spent my entire life thinking of nothing but forging swords. It's been centuries since I've interacted with youngsters like them. They can be a hassle, but at least it's a new hassle.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first. So I went along with whatever they asked. But I've been too nice, so they keep pushing work onto me. Maybe if I hadn't been so helpful, they would have stayed out of my face like they stay out of yours.
Have a face.
That's not the point. Aren't you even listening to what I'm saying here?
You need to make up your mind. You and I got on this ship alongside these people, who are putting themselves in great danger in order to live lives of their choosing. Like it? Then go on and get off this ship with your tail between your legs.
Yeah, except I don't have a tail right now.
That's hilarious. Oh. Alright, so...
Don't push yourself too hard now, Laphicet. You hear me?
I hear you. I just... I told everyone I could find the Therians, but... I've only sent us to the wrong places. Eisen, is there any way to boost Amalok's powers?
I guess it's okay for me to tell you this. The majority of Malachim today have their consciousnesses sealed away to be used as mere tools for the exorcists. But originally, Malachim were beings who received prayers from people, and in return bestowed their blessings upon nature and mankind.
So you're saying that when humans pray to a Malak, the Malak receives great strength?
Yes, in general at least. Some Malachim, like me, buck the system and bring about misfortune rather than divine grace.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But who would ever pray to me?
Maybe you didn't lead us to any Therians, Fee, but it's not like we came back empty-handed. We found Orichalcum to use against Shigure, and we also learned we can hold our own against a dragon.
Velvet.
So where should we go next, Fee?
Northgand! There's a big Earth Pulse point north of Hellawes!
Works for me. Eisen?
We can leave whenever you want. Doesn't matter to me.
And I'm all set. Let's make our way to the harbor.
When I say prayers, I don't mean outright worshipping. All I'm talking about are earnest thoughts and feelings directed at you.
I see. So I'm already yours then.
That's pretty cool.
Our next target is north of Hellawes, near the Faldes ruins. In light of everything we know, I'd say it's highly likely we'll find a Therian there.
Let's hope.
Then we should make our first stop, Port Hellawes.
With the, mischief we got into last time, getting into the city might prove difficult.
Benwick, how are things in Hellawes right now?
Shipping guild that used to handle our mooring is pretty much toast. But for some reason, the Abbey isn't watching the port as much as they once were. Unfamiliar ships have been hauling in relief supplies, so if we pose as one of the transport ships, I think we can slip in. And if we divert some supplies to an unofficial channel, we might be able to secure a new mooring partner.
Smuggling in relief supplies for our own disaster. Cheeky bastards, aren't we?
It's what'll get us in.
That much is true. It's a plan.
Roger. I'll get right on it.
Hey, Eleanor. Abbey exorcists don't pray to their tethered Malachim, do they?
You mean something besides our oaths?
An oath is a magical formula that grants you power in exchange for binding you to a rule, right?
Yes, though that is simplifying it a bit.
When Malachim receive human prayers, they bestow their blessings upon people and nature. Eisen told me that we Malachim grow stronger when humans pray to us.
Prayers and blessings? I've never heard of that. I used to think the same way as the other exorcists. Malachim are merely tools that allow us the use of arts.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But Innominat is different. The exorcists all worship him. They have faith in his mighty power. And not only that, the people of this nation pray to the Empyrean for salvation, just as Artorias instructs them.
Ah, I get it now.
See the wheels turning, do you, kiddo?
Huh?
Artorias founded the Abbey within the existing Church of the Empyreans, so that he could direct the people's thoughts towards Innominat, so that even while they lionize Artorias as their savior, they are made aware of Innominat's presence behind him.
Everyone starts believing that the him becoming.
After the centuries-long Empyrean worship, he be stronger than anyone today could imagine.
The pieces do fit. Oaths, prayers, blessing, blight. So much in this world is affected by matters of the heart. They hold magical power, both effective and meddlesome.
We are truly going up against the rest of the entire world, aren't we?
Don't look so troubled, Eleanor. I'm gonna do my best to get stronger, so believe in me. I am a Malak, after all.
Oh, Laphicet, you've become so brave so quickly.
Have I?
But you're still cute when you get embarrassed.
Hey, why is your face so red?
Huh? My face isn't red.
He likes Eleanor.
Hey, Eisen. What's it feel like to get a letter?
I don't feel anything, nor do I want or need to. There's no joy in receiving these things.
Huh? Why not?
Don't be so shocked. Look, it's just an invoice from the Turtles. What's the big deal? Do you wish you get letters too?
Yeah. But I don't have anyone to send letters to. Let alone anyone who would send me any.
Laphicet, I've got a letter for you.
What? Really? Who could it be from? The sender is... Bienfu?
Yup. You got a letter from yours truly. I figured you'd be wanting someone to send you a letter right about now, so I wrote one up for you. What do you think? You're happy, right?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Bienfu.
I'll even read it for you. Dear Moloch Laphicet, I hope that this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. Thankfully, I'm doing well myself, with no major changes to report.
Bienfu's taking all this so seriously. It's so rare to actually see him like this.
As you're aware, I've been spending my days ironing Magilu's outfits, sewing her buttons, and washing her hat and tremendously long socks. Recently, however, I made the make of remarking to her that she might not have been quite as slender as she once was in her younger years. She hung me upside down from the roof in the middle of the cold. I nearly became a frozen Normansicle. It was so horrible that I couldn't stop my tears from flowing down my little cheeks. Bien!
There's the Bienfu we know and love.
But all you wrote about in that letter was yourself. And you even read it out loud yourself.
That's okay. Thanks, Bienfu. It feels nice to get a letter.
That's so kind of you to say. I think I might cry again. Bien!
We've loaded everything bound for Hellawes. With that much trade, I doubt anyone will suspect us.
Any idea who can give us cover for docking?
Not anyone in particular, but recently the power and influence of the Hellawes Fishermen's Guild has caught my eye.
The Fishermen's Guild, huh? Let's bring them some extra relief supplies. Fuel, drink, and as for the drink...
12-year-old amber draft. Sailors of Hellawes have an eye for...
Well, I take it. He's got a sharp...
payments, but I say we turn a blind eye to it. We thought we were the best at this kind of thing, but having him around has been a real eye-opener.
Okay, but tell him if he takes a second, he'll pay for it. Eye for an eye.
Aye, aye. I'll keep an eye on him so that he doesn't sneak off with another bottle.
Alright.
The supplies are loaded. We can make for Hellawes whenever you want.
That was fast.
If we weren't hard workers, we wouldn't be sailors.
Eleanor!
Oh, what's wrong, Kamoana?
She said she had a dream about her mom.
Oh, Jesus.
When Mommy saw me, she said I looked scary. What a scary little girl like me.
Your mother would never say that, sweetheart.
But how can you be sure?
Well, how do I put it? I know because I know.
You're just lying to make me feel better.
Aw, Kamoana, don't cry.
I need you to calm down. Get mad.
This is the part I hate about little kids.
Uh-oh. I knew it.
I'm not a little kid. I hate you, Velvet. I hate you.
That's right. Let it all out.
Stop it! Stop it! Mommy! I said Mommy! She didn't want me.
She managed to cry herself to sleep.
They're not rational creatures. Sometimes you just gotta let them cry it out.
You seem used to it.
She had a
I guess you could say that. Luffy usually kept himself together when he was younger. But when he was really little, he had times like this every now and then. And on that, take off all we can.
My liege, Dial, I leave Kamoana in your care.
I'll do what I can, but kids as sweet and honest as her are harder to deal with than corrupt bureaucrats.
An outlaw prince and a talking lizard are no replacement for a mother.
We ain't been back here in a while.
I do hope Kamoana isn't crying anymore.
Yeah.
Shush.
How long is it going to be before you send in another exorcist to replace Lady Teresa?
Replace?
With these demons clamoring at our gates, none of us feel safe anymore.
You have our deepest sympathies, but we were sent here on a different mission.
That's what the last exorcist who came here said before leaving for the north. What could be up there that's worth all that attention?
Surely we're not all being punished by the Abbey for what happened with Medusa, are we?
That is not the case. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have business to attend to.
So the exorcists are just passing through town and heading straight north. Odd.
Ever since the Calamity showed up, everything's just gone to pot, I say.
Calamity? What do you mean?
I mean the demon who barged in and made a mess of our fair city. She's a nasty creature of pure that eats anything that gets in her way.
Heard of her? The Calamity's but scant few have seen her and survived.
Huh. You don't say.
After the Calamity raised our ships and our port, the shipping guild fell apart and our trade routes got poached by other ports. It's bad. The town relies on trade to make ends meet.
People are abandoning the city, and our streets are no longer safe. Not to mention the demon blight spreading again. Just the other day, a little kid turned into a demon. Just like that. What a world! What a world!
What have the exorcists been doing during all of this?
Well, Lady Teresa was in charge of this region, but she came up short against the Calamity and got a fat demotion for her troubles. Several new exorcists have been reassigned here, but once they arrive, they all traipse right off to the ruins up north.
This has to be Medusa's fault. If she hadn't gone and done something so stupid...
Medusa?
That's enough. This isn't something for outsiders to know.
You're right. Sorry. I'm really worried about what's going to come of this town.
It sounds like Hellawes isn't what it used to be these days.
We need to ask around and find out more about what's going on here.
Agreed. Especially regarding the Abbey and those ruins. I'm also curious about this Medusa woman.
The ruins part makes sense, since the Earth Pulse point might be there. But why do you care who Medusa is?
Just a hunch. Something tells me she's worth looking into.
You're not gonna look into this Calamity chick? She sounds like a real terror.
Yeah, I think I'll pass. I already know plenty about what makes her tick.
Are you all right, Madam Eleanor? Don't let those people get you down.
I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. But could you not do that thing where you blow air on me to dry my tears?
All right, I'll just pat your head then.
That won't be necessary either. But really, things are in a terrible state.
The town burned, the guild ruined, the Abbey all but gone. It won't be a functioning port for some time.
You can't fault them for being upset. They had it real good here until we came along. Those Hellawesians were like spoiled children.
How so?
Hellawes was once a tiny fishing village. The bountiful northern seas provided plenty enough fish to sustain their trade. But Flamestone gave them an easy way to get rich. And once they got a taste, they abandoned their old craft.
They're paying the price. But I've heard that the cooling temperature has covered half the northern sea in ice drift, making fishing much more difficult.
But the drifting ice carries tiny organisms, enriching the waters where it melts. The fish should be more plentiful than ever.
I suppose you may have a point.
We're ones to talk after what we did, but taking the easy path, then complaining as soon as it gets hard, that seems...
Spoiled, yes.
You said it, Laphicet.
I think my appetite's getting a little overindulgent, too.
That's not a bad thing. Just means you're healthy.
Giant squid come to these waters in this season. Should I ask Benwick to fish some up?
Yeah, and some normal octopuses, too. This calamity is... us, isn't it?
Well, we've been waging war with the Abbey everywhere we go, and now we're about to take it to a new level.
If we pull the next Therian off of the Earth Pulse point, it'll likely be Kamoana's village all over again.
The same devastation?
Ooh. I wonder if there's something worse than calamity that they can call us.
This is no laughing matter.
Demons in part due to their own malevolence. Not like they're entirely innocent. But if there's someone out there who's being forced to act as Inominat's mouth, like Kamoana was, isn't saving them the right thing to do?
I cannot argue with that, but...
You don't have to worry. I'm the one who will devour the barrier. And I'm the one who will do what needs to be done.
Take a look at this.
Eye of newt and mushroom.
Shut up.
Scout ship departing.
The demon attacks have ground trade to a halt. But people are slowly starting to fish again.
Are you a fisherman, too?
Aye. This town got swept up in the recent trade boom. But back when I was a young lad, this was a fishing port through and through. Ever since the shocks, all of us fishermen out. Making this a commercial port has helped the town grow. But a lot of people weren't so happy with the guild.
It's too bad everyone couldn't just work together.
Once money gets involved, people change. That's true no matter what age you live in. The people know it's the ones making the money who lead the charge. But we follow anyway. It's human nature. I hope everyone changes their minds once we start rebuilding. But who knows what will happen.
Alright guys, so before I do any of this investigating, we're gonna save the game. We're gonna take a short break. And when we come back, we'll be back with more Tales of Berseria. Until then guys, I will catch you guys later.
What?